Hello everyone, welcome back to another NR replay video. So today we've got a bunch more replays to show you. This first one comes from Grimshame, and this is from the NR weekly tournament. So they're playing a Infernoble Magnet Warrior deck with a bunch of good cards and playing a 40 card deck. They're playing against T1 Brazen, who's playing what seems to be a Infernoble mill deck. So they've opened Merly, Havnis, Sulliek, Durandal, and Astolfo, also playing a 40 card deck. So T1 is going first. Let's see what they can do. So normal summon the Merly. Do find a Turpin. They're gonna equip the Durandal, which allows them to special summon the Turpin. Now search for a Roland. Now special summon the Astolfo. Okay, go for a Virus Swordsman. Use the other effect of Astolfo, so in 2 turns they can special summon it back from the banish pile, and then special summon any Fire Warrior monster. End phase, they get to search for the Roland, of course. So basically they have 1 negate with Sulliek, a Havnis, and a follow-up with Boline. Grim is playing the Emancipator cards as well, so a lot of rock cards. Do not hit anything with the Havnis. I guess they do hit a Dino. So Seeker hits a Beta. They're gonna equip the Roland, set a couple cards, and pass. So last turn, they could have negated the Seeker with the Sulliek, but I guess they chose not to. But after that, the Merly just got ran over. So that was a bit of a waste for T1. Could have easily negated the Seeker. But I guess T1 doesn't really know what they're playing against, right? So they just wanted to hold on to Disruption. Alright, now Grim, though, is going to use the effect of the Beta to special summon the Gamma, and then search another Beta. So these Magnet Warriors, basically all they do is just swarm the field with bodies. Like, they just tribute themselves and summon bodies. Summon the more copies of themselves. So that is the main gimmick of these Magnet Warriors, is they just keep swarming bodies to the field. So they're gonna hit the Boline with the Dinomishus, not allowing it to trigger. T1 will trigger the Dinomishus. Okay. So Grim made a mistake here. They wanted to Lost Wind the Virus Swordsman so it can't run over the Gamma, or sorry, the Epsilon. But they didn't do it in damage steps. So now T1, they basically allowed T1 to summon a Morella for free. So choosing to crash the Morella, interesting. So I'm guessing T1 doesn't play any Mannequin Cat. Gonna search a Chief second in the end phase. Grim also gets to search for their own Boline. Remember, Boline is limited to 1 copy, so it's a big deal if you can just hit it immediately. And they do have a Flame Swords Dance to immediately book the Boline. Get to trigger the Lost Wind. Now summon the Red Lotus. Also link for Haggard Lizardos. Now swarm the field with more Magnet Warriors. Don't have space to hit the opponent's cards with the Red Lotus, so just choose to destroy the useless Boline on their own field. Now Haggard Lizardos draws a card. Go into the Asophiel. Asophiel activates, targets a Paleo. Oh, this is bad. So all Paleos are unaffected by monster effects. Yeah. Okay. T1 chose not to activate Chief Second here. Like, they could have easily summoned it to protect any of these monsters. So they chose to keep Chief Second in hand. I would say that's a misplay. Like, you don't have any follow-up per se, so yeah, it's probably better to just summon the Chief Second, because then these guys wouldn't have been able to attack directly. So now they're down to 2,400 life points. Grim goes for a Pit Knight early and passes. End phase, T1 gets his Codebreaker back. But that's turn 2 on Astolfo, so now it summons and special summons the Boline from the banish pile. But Boline immediately met with a Lost Wind, so cannot trigger. Just go battle phase, punch over the Asophiel. Top decks a Seeker. Insane. Okay, so T1 activated backup team there to see if they could find a Havness, I'm guessing, but they didn't, so just choose to keep the cheap second in hand. Do hit the Epsilon. Now go for the wonky quartet. So Grim saw that T1 is on low life points and just decided to hit them with the wonky quartet. This is interesting. Okay. So Grim chose to essentially nuke their own field, but also I guess nuke the opponent's field. It's not so bad. The Pit Knight early comes back. The wonky quartet is unaffected by card effects. And they can revive the Red Lotus as well. Yeah. It's not so bad. I personally would have just held on to that Torrential. Alright. Wonky, though, only has 4 monsters under it, unfortunately. So it's going to come back to Grim's field. Now Grim is in trouble. Wonky activates, hits the 5th monster, unfortunately. So the whole field blows up. They get to revive the Red Lotus though. Go for a beta. Go battle phase. Try to punch over the set Olivier, but they're just gonna Flame Swords Dance to the Wraith to summon a Flame Swordsman, and now they use the cheap second. End phase Pit Knight early does come back. Top deck a Fire Flint Lady, but they do have the Fire Recovery in graveyard to draw another card. Find a Morella. They're just gonna swarm the field a bit more. Set the 2 cards and pass. Cannot extend further. Top deck an MST. Hit the Paleo. It dumps. Okay. Oh, we're gonna talk about what. So Morella dumped a Until Noble Arms Are Needed, which next turn can just special summon any Noble Knight from the deck. So T1 has a lot of follow-up, so Grim needs to end the game right now. They're gonna go for a second wonky. It only hits 1 monster though, so it needs 2 monsters at least to blow up. So let's see now. Top deck's a monster, that's pretty good. Now they're gonna activate the wonky, but chain the Until Noble Arms Are Needed to further thin out the deck. And yep, that works. They only hit 1 monster, so now the wonky passes back to Grim's side. They also get to activate the Ricardetto, and I'm guessing the Infernoble player is gonna pop off here. Yeah, there's the Captain Roland. Also get a draw here. Add a Turpin. Go for a Yarn Gripnir. Oh, no. Even I didn't see it. But they summoned Yarn to this zone that Pit Knight early points to, which is a big mistake. If they just summoned it to the other zone, it would have allowed them to trigger it. But yeah, now Pit Knight early can negate it. I'm gonna go for the Asophiel now. Asophiel, bounce. Oh, okay. So T1 might be a bit tilted here, I guess. But yeah, wonky unaffected. Cannot be outed by Asophiel. I mean, but why would they even want to out the wonky, honestly? Like, this is a 4 material wonky. I would have never tried to out it. I would have left it with the opponent. But here we go, standby phase. Grim cannot afford to hit a monster. It's 3 monsters. Yep, that's game. It's 3 monsters. Like, they were dead. And I just realized both of those wonkies were summoned by Grim and both blew up on their field. So T1, like, you know, they got away with it. Like, both of those wonkies did put in so much work for T1. So, yeah. Anyways, that's for this game. We're gonna move on to the next replay now. Alright, so this next replay is submitted by Wizrad, who's on the bottom here. This is also from the same weekly as the last replay. And Wizrad is on... I'm guessing it's just pure Infernoble, so they're also playing a package with Until Noble Arms Are Needed. I guess this is just standard now in all Infernoble lists. So Yeah, and they're playing against Book of Moon, who seems to be playing a Tri-Brigade deck, right? Alright, so Vizrat is on 60 cards, and Book of Moon is on 49 cards. Interesting. Okay, let's see how it goes. So Vizrat just sets a bunch of cards and passes. Book of Moon is on Fluffle Tri-Brigade. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense, given they are playing 49 cards. So they're just gonna go through their deck, go for the Pit Knight early, and now they're gonna use the Fluffle Wings to get 2 draws. No interruption from Vizrat, it seems like. Book of Moon will set 4. They do get to trigger. They roll in the end phase. Top deck a Magicaloidal Soul. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. So, until Noble Arms, the first effect says you can draw cards. If you control a Noble Arms equipped spell, you can just draw a card. So, they chain it to the Durandal to draw an additional card. Now they'll summon Noble Knight Artogius. So this is a very pure Noble Knight deck. Captain Roland gets negated though, unfortunately. Now they'll go for the Stardust Charge Warrior. Book of Moon will reset the Lost Win. Here's Captain Oliver. He's gonna go battle phase before committing to a... Oh, they're not gonna commit to our Synchro 7. Just go for the Virus Swordsman. End phase, they will search a Bulline. Book of Moon will dump a Howl and chain... Yeah, end phase, they also get to revive a Pit Knight early. Normal summon the Dolphin, reset the Vendor, get to re-trigger everything. No disruption from Vizrat, so draw 2 now. Insane. Almost a full hand of monsters. Activate the Bear, set another Vendor, now activate Standoff, search for a Tri-Brigade card, special summon the Keras. Gonna go for a Link 3, that's Doom Eagle. Now go for a rank 2. That's Mannequin Cat. It is interesting that... Okay, so they targeted the Captain Roland, which Vizrat just chained to equip to the Virus Swordsman, so missed out on the special summon. However, I am interested in honestly, my priority as Book of Moon would be to get rid of the Virus Swordsman. So I wouldn't be putting more warrior monsters on the field because of the Chief Second. So let's see if Book of Moon can get rid of the Virus Swordsman. It is difficult though. It is equipped by Oliver, which prevents it from being targeted. Now they go for the Darumidal, and I guess more afraid of the Set Unknown card. So just gonna bait out the Morella, which pitches a Hydra draw. Now go for another Darumidal, and now they hit the Oliver. So now they can actually target the Virus Swordsman. Question is, do they have anything though? And they don't, so they're gonna have to eat the Chief Second. However, this allows them to trigger the Mannequin Cat, but they use Primite Howl now? Okay. Okay, so Book of Moon got to summon a monster, but now Vizrat can use the stolen Mannequin Cat to summon his own monster. Interesting. Summons him early, so this is Mill for Noble. Okay, it's pretty much the same deck that T1 was on. A lot of Infer Noble and Mill in the format. So they're just gonna blow up the Mannequin Cat and reset the Hydra draw. They're also gonna use the Until Noble Arms, chain the Magicaloidal Soul. A lot of cards on both players' fields right now. Go for the Red Lotus, immediately gets hit with the Dinomicious, chaining a Morella. Now go for the Bulline. Gonna immediately use Primite Howl to steal the Bulline, but Vizrat chains the Hydra draw to just pop his own field. Just stealing the Virus Swordsman. Now get a draw with Magus. Also chain the Flower Dino to special summon itself. Now special summon the Astolfo. Go for a rank 4 of a Sophiel. Bounce the Doom Eagle, which just bounces back, or which shuffles back the Flower Dino. I guess they didn't have enough Oh, interesting. So, I wonder why they didn't trigger Flower Dino. I'm guessing it's because... Okay, yeah. Flower Dino would have had to trigger on a new chain, like, because it just got detached from a Sophiel. So, that is probably why they couldn't trigger the Flower Dino. Anyways, equip the Magus onto the Sophiel, go for a Lizardos. Get another drop for a Howl, also have a Dice Hit in hand. XYZ for a Mannequin Cat, and Phase Search another Chief second and pass. Mannequin Cat though gets negated by the Lost Window, unfortunately. Activates backup team, finds a Fire Recovery for the Darumagul, pitches a Kit, which is probably gonna search a Fractal, yep. Now the Darumagul hits the back row, it is a Howl, which is not a good back row to hit. Battle phase. Yeah, Book of Moon just cannot deal with Chief Second. Like, it's just impossible. And this is why Chief Second is so strong. Like, you just can't deal with it unless you summon, like, a Vortex Dragon. Sorry, a Meteor Burst Dragon specifically. So... And yeah, that's just too much advantage. And Book of Moon is going to scoop it up, so... Very well played from Vizrat. Just hung in there. I think that one play where they stole the Mannequin Cat off the Primite Howl, that is the play that basically swung the game. And yeah, Book of Moon just couldn't deal with the Chief Second. So that's it. Good game. We're gonna move on to one last replay. Alright, so this last replay is by me. So this is also from the same weekly tournament. I'm on the bottom playing Tearlament's Insect Mill, and my opponent is 2D Battery on Goaty. So I chose to go first, didn't open any openers or any starters, so just gonna set and pass, yep. My opponent just summons a Nimble Sunfish, so not triggering my Havness. We go for a Dice It and hit a 5. So we hit the Goki Pole and the Hollow. And we also get 2 Paleos in the graveyard. So trigger both of them. Summon the Kamakiri Man. And mill 2 more cards. Don't worry about the Reactor Slime. You don't need to know what I'm doing with these cards, okay? But anyways, I'll tell you. So basically, after the ban of Laundry Dragon Maid, this deck does not have a good water target, so I decided to play Reactor Slime, which can fetch Metal Reflect Slime. So it's just a good 3000 body, and Goaty just struggles to deal with like high defense monsters in general, so it's pretty good. We top deck a Merly, mill 3 more, go for a backup team, chain a Marilla. Standard play, summon a bunch of monsters. It's gonna get hit with a Fish Depth Charge on the Magicloidal Soul, so gets banished, unfortunately. Now we go for the Mannequin Cat. I could have summoned back the Nimble Sunfish and then summoned a Reactor Slime, but I just didn't want to deal with the Nimble Sunfish. You know, they just summon it, they just go battle phase and try to crash it, and then they can get a lot of advantage that way. So I just decided to just pass here. End phase, we will set back the Vicinity of Woe. Also, as you can see, right, in the very first replay that we saw with T1, his Sulliek just stayed dead on the field. So this is what I do. I never set my Sulliek. I feel like it's just better to keep it in the hand, either to shuffle it back with backup team or to use it as a discard with Dinomicious. So I rarely set the Sulliek. I'm gonna dump the Sulliek here, add another Merly. By the way, they were gonna immediately go to battle phase with the second Nimble Sunfish as well. Set another card and pass. Almost summon the Merly, mill 3 cards, go battle. We're gonna use the double hooking now. Don't have any disruptions, but we do get to trigger our Dinomicious. Also, I shouldn't have triggered the Mannequin Cat here, and you're gonna find out. It's because this Psyche is gonna banish itself, and as soon as it banishes itself, because it leaves the field, double hooking destroys both of the monsters if one of them leaves the field. So it now Now my Mannequin Cat loses its target. So I should have waited for them to summon the Sykes right here and then triggered the Mannequin Cat. Anyways, I go for a Haggard Lizardos into a Selene Snapper. You're gonna chain the Flame Swords Dance to book my Mannequin Cat. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, I summoned this card last turn, so I just flipped it up again. Went for the Merry Melfi's, bounced the Dark Flare Knight, summoned the Wisteria Flow, banish 2 cards from the opponent's graveyard, go for another Haggard Lizardos, reduce the attack of the Sykes, and just pass. End phase, we get to reset our Wisteria Flow so we can use it as a disruption to banish cards out of the opponent's graveyard. They now go for a Mermaid Shark, add a Dream Shark. I now trigger the Mannequin Cat to summon my Reactor Slime. They go for a Haggard Lizardos to draw another card. They could have gone for like a Nimble Angler. Or not Nimble Angler, sorry. What is the card? The Fish Link 2. I forgot its name. But yeah, they could have gone for it and summoned the Enoch. But I'm pretty sure I have a Primite Howl in the graveyard. So as soon as they would have summoned it, I think it's Abyss Keeper, right? Yeah, as soon as they summoned it, I would have just stolen it with Primite Howl. And then they wouldn't be able to summon the Enoch. So Turi smartly choosing to just go for the Haggard Lizardos instead and just getting a draw. Does find a Goaty Fury now, which is really good. We summon our Dinomishus, summon our Magicaloidal Soul. They're immediately going to Goaty Fury away our Selene Snapper, because if we got to main phase, I would have just used the Selene Snapper's effect to destroy the Goaty Fury. Now they get to trigger their Sykes. We target the Sykes again with the Mannequin Cat, summon the Reactor Slime back. Which, by the way, Metal Reflect Slime is not once per turn, so I choose to just go for the Malevolent Sins, banish the monster, and that is game. So not too exciting, but the reason I showed this replay is because I actually ended up winning this event. So basically in tie, we all went 4-1, like 5 of us went 4-1, and then I won with tiebreakers. So yep, that was the point of showing this replay. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the replays, please be sure to leave a like and do consider subscribing. It helps out the channel. Anyways, that's it for today. Adios.